Welcome to Caseback Watches. My name is Tim, and in this episode I'd like to speak about Eterna. What a shame, what a mess. I mean, we're talking about one of the biggest, or let's say the greatest manufacturer of wristwatches in history. We're talking about one of the oldest companies in history. And now we're talking about 2 bankruptcies in 2018. They have still 12 employees. They didn't show up in Baselworld 2 years. And yeah, the overall impression is a pure mess. A pure mess. I've bought an Eterna for this video, by the way. We will examine this in the second half of the video. But now let's speak about the mess here. Wow, this is a mess. 6 CEOs since 2011. And yeah, rough future, I think. Rough future. Maybe we will lose Eterna. Maybe. And now you may say, so be it, so be it. I mean, this is normal life. People come and go, especially in the economy. Companies come and go, CEOs come and go, and yeah, that's life. But I say it's a shame. It's a damn shame in this case, in Eterna. And let me give you a little introduction in the history. And the history is a line of innovations and bravery, basically. So, in the history, I've made notes, complicated topics, so I don't want to be impolite, but I have to read sometimes a number. For example, this 1856 the company was founded by Dr. Girard and Monsieur Schild, and this was the first name of the company, Dr. Girard et Schild. And they manufactured movements, so they are seen today as the predecessor of ETA or ETA. And in 1875 they've manufactured their first entire watch, so movement, hands, dial, case, everything. We're talking about pocket watches here, of course. And in 1889 the world saw the first time the word Eterna on a dial, on a pocket watch dial, 1889. And since then we have Eterna. And then it goes on, 1908. They filed a patent, is this the correct word? I think so. They filed a patent for the first alarm watch. So Eterna is the inventor of alarm watches, and they built the first alarm watches in 1914, the first year of the First World War. And then it goes on, 1930, they constructed the smallest ladies' watch of the planet with a so-called form movement. So the movement is not round, the movement has a form of they called it a baguette, the form of a baguette. And of course, with those movements, it was possible to use every millimeter in a square watch case. If you see nowadays cheap tank watches, then you have the square watch case and a tiny round movement in it, which technically makes no sense, but it's cheap. But yeah, back then they've invented this baguette movement to use every millimeter of this tiny lady's watch. And then it goes on. My favorite part of the Eterna history came 1947, where they equipped the tripulação. This is Portuguese. What's the word in English? My God. The team, the expedition of Thor Heyerdahl, which was a sort between adventurer and scientist, and he wanted to prove that it was possible to cross the Pacific Ocean with a raft made out of wood. He wanted to prove that certain islands in the ocean were discovered long before the great names we know as discoverers. And so he constructed this raft with wood, and Eterna equipped him with tight waterproof watches. Yeah, great. By the way, great film out there. Great film about Thor Heyerdahl and the Kon-Tiki. You have to watch this movie. Maybe I find the poster and then I will edit it in this video. And then 1948, they invented the solution they are famous for, and you can find this solution in the Eterna logo, those 5 balls. They've invented a automatic movement with a rotor with a ball bearing. And this was the breakthrough. This was very important for watch technology, because the problem is, if you imagine a watch rotor is very, very small. And if you have any sort of friction in the bearing, then it will not rotate, or at least it will not rotate with some sort of efficiency, right? And so you need some solution there, and those 5 balls were the solution. They minimize friction, and so even a tiny rotor can cause some energy. This was then very important. And then it goes on, then they produced tiny watches, and the rotor was made out of 24 karat gold. And this not because they wanted a luxury solution. They needed the weight of the gold for this tiny rotor. And it goes on and goes on and goes on. 1995, collaboration with Porsche, and so on and so on. But then 2011. In 2011, Eterna was sold to the Chinese company China Haidian. Haidian, I don't know how to pronounce this. And they are in watches and real estate. Real estate, great, great. Yeah, and since then, chaos. Total, utter chaos. 6 CEOs since 2011, 2 bankruptcies in 2018. They could go out of this, and now we have some rumors, and the rumors say somebody wants to see Eterna bankrupt. Because somebody wants to buy the name, the brand, and so this maybe is the plan. And maybe there's something behind this rumor, because the bankruptcies, both bankruptcies were caused by minor bills. We were talking about several thousand, the equivalent of several thousand US dollars. So not a big deal, not a big deal, but when a company doesn't pay a bill, then you have to do something. And the CEO, the fired CEO, Jérôme Biard, told the press he doesn't know anything about that. He doesn't know anything about that, and he told the press that it were basically bureaucracy and chaos in the file, so they couldn't find bills and some sort of... I mean, is this very convincing? I don't know. It's a shame. It's pure and utter chaos. And now they say to the press they want to consolidate their business and they want to concentrate on the Kontiki line, because this is, of course, the core of the reputation. But I think they will survive all this, because there is too much value in it. I'm not talking about money necessarily, but too much value in the history, in the tale around the Eterna brand. And so I think somebody will buy Eterna, maybe, or they really will consolidate their business and the story will go on. I'm really, really, really confident. Somebody asked me in a comment, if every watch brand were a stock, which one would you buy? And I told him in the video, Eterna. This is exactly the reason. You can buy them damn cheap now. And I'm convinced that this will go on, because there's too much behind it. There's really too much behind it. Well, excuse me, it's hot. It's hot, over 30 degrees. Somebody asked me in the comments, why do you not have air conditioning in your home? Are you so poor that you don't have air conditioning in your home? And I live in northern Germany, northern Europe, between Baltic Sea and North Sea. And the idea to cool down hot air in this area is beyond imagination for the people here. And I don't know one single private home with air conditioning here. Some offices have them. And then the employees are like this with thick jackets. But private home, no. Maybe climate change will change this, because the climate change here is real. At the local market here you can find local farmers, and they offer peaches now. Peaches in northern Germany. This is it's ridiculous. Peaches. And my old dad called me and he's thinking about planting wine. And I thought, we're not in the south of France, Dad, and we're not at the bank of the river Rhone. We're in northern Germany. And he told me, yeah, but the neighbor has grapes that size and they're super sweet. Why not plant some Müller-Thurgau or Riesling? Why not? Yeah, so, very, very crazy times here. But okay, let's go back to Eterna. I think we can go in the light box now, but let me show you this. I've bought this on eBay, and frankly, I buy every Eterna watch on eBay if it comes with good condition, because the prices are great, and I really enjoy the watches. I really enjoy Eterna watches, and so I've bought it. I cannot wear it. It's too big. So I will flip it after the video. Not here on the channel, because I don't want to make any sort of advertising here. But yeah, it's interesting to see. Case. And here it is. Very simple, simplistic watch. Good as new. I bought it for a fraction of the price. And I think, yeah, let's examine it. Okay, let's begin here with our Eterna timepiece. As you can see, rather simple watch from the Legacy line. Dress watch and black dial, dolphin hands, three hands, date function, that's it. nothing more. So very easy to see, very easy to enjoy. And I will not ramble here half an hour about that watch. I just want to show you the positives, the manufacturing quality, and one aspect I find not so compelling. Okay, let's begin with the dimensions. 42 millimeters is the case. The height I haven't measured, but I think this is under 12. This is a very slender watch. Lug width is 22. So rather big watch. And it comes with a sapphire crystal and with a very advanced finishing, because you have here brushed lugs together with high polished surfaces. And a very interesting case back. We will have a closer look in a minute. But first, let's examine the dial closely. I'm not the biggest fan of black dials, I must say. Sometimes you look in the black hole, but together with those dolphin hands and the indices, this is very classic, very beautiful, I find this. And especially together with the logo, we've discussed this, the 5 balls in the logo, and together with the black date wheel. This is the big difference between a brand like Eterna and, let's say, Maurice Lacroix or Frederick Constant. With those entry-level watches, you can see always the date wheel in another color, mostly white, and then you have a black dial with a white date window. And this is, I don't know, this is not so great. And here you have this black, the black date wheel, and so everything looks perfectly in order. Perfectly in order. Very, very compelling dial. And now let me show you the clasp. Focus, please, focus. Here you have some sort of somebody explained the name of the clasp to me. I've forgotten this. Again, I'm very sorry. But you can see it's very substantial. It's not overly beautiful, I must say, but it does the job and it feels pretty good. Yeah, everything in order with this clasp. And then, of course, you have the Caseback. And this is without any decorations. But again, you have production quality. You have a brushed surface, and then you have the little screws here, and everything seems perfectly in order. Okay, and now here's the downside. Let's focus this. It's too big. It is clearly too big for a dress watch. My wrist is 17 centimeters, so rather small. So if you are a gentleman with a wrist of 18 or 19 centimeters, this could be perfectly wearable for you. But I wonder, if you make a dress watch with those features, why not produce it with 38? Or 36 even, or 40, but 42, this is simply too big in my opinion. This is, I cannot understand this, and this is for me the negative. So we have a lot of positives here, but this clearly is the negative. This watch retails, by the way, at 1,600 euros. With this, those are roughly, what is it, 17 or 1,800 US dollars. So rather pricey, but you can pick them up. This is barely worn, and you can pick them up on eBay for a fraction, a tiny fraction of this price actually. So yeah, I will flip this watch, as I said, in a forum or on Chrono, I don't know. I will not sell it on the channel because I don't want to make any sort of advertising here for the watch. I want to show you everything, the positives and the negatives, and I think I have done this. Yeah, so let's go back. Okay, welcome back. I have the feeling that you could talk all day about Eterna and the different models and the different technologies and everything. But I think we leave it there for now. But please let me know in the comments if you missed something here. Maybe we can make an Eterna video part 2, and we can discuss the further development of the brand and the next bankruptcy. Hopefully not, or something surprising. Something positive, who knows? And so let me thank you very much for your attention now, and maybe until next time.